Hello and welcome back, year ones. It's wonderful to be able to speak to you here, and I hope that all of you have had a rest-filled and refreshing Christmas break. And I'm hoping that I get to hear from all of you at some point about how you got on and what presents you got, what amazing food you ate, and what you got up to with your families. But here we are in our first remote learning session for our English. Okay, so what I'd like you to do is before we begin is if you've got a learning journal, grab it with a pencil and a rubber or any other resources that you feel that would help you, and come back quickly with an adult who can help support your learning today. So when you're back, we can carry on with this video. Excellent. Now that you're back, I'd like us to start our session by just having a little discussion about your Christmas break. Now, with your learning partner at home, whether that's your sibling or your grandparent or your auntie or your own mummy or daddy, I'd like you to just sit back and talk about all the lovely things that you might have done over the Christmas break. Now, for example, Mrs. Sweeney went to Tavistock and she spent time with her family bubble that she was with. Myself and my daughter Natasha, we spent a few days there, and then for New Year's we had my family from Tavistock come to our house, and we went for lots of walks. We did a lot of cooking together, and we had a lot of party games, and we watched some films, and we also took our dog Louis for lots and lots of lovely chilly wintry walks. So do let me know how you get on, and have this discussion with your learning partner at home, and we will get back together. So you are free to pause the video at this point. Now that you're back and have had your discussion, and you may have made some notes in your book, but if you haven't, that's okay. A mental note is great. I just wanted us to think through way back before our Christmas break, even before we did our Christmas production, we spoke about a writing checklist. Now, I know some of you are already shouting at me, and I can hear some hedgehogs, I can possibly hear some squirrels as well, excitedly saying to me, Mrs. Sweeney, we know what a writing checklist is, and we've been doing this every day when we're in school. So pause the video and have a quick discussion of if you remember what goes into our writing checklist. And then when we're back, we'll have a look at it together. Excellent. Now that you're back, I'm going to show you or reveal our amazing writer's checklist. So the first thing is that we will have a sentence that starts with a capital letter. So there it is. All our words always begin with a capital letter at the start of the sentence. I can see a little something peeking there. Let's have a look at what that says. Oh, absolutely. This is a big one. And if you're a hedgehog, I can say children, particular children in my class, who really need to remember these in their sentences. So each word will have a finger space between them. Okay, so have a little look, have a little think about how you're going to frame your sentences and make sure that they have finger spaces. The next thing would be that your sentence will need to end with a full stop. Okay, and finally, there's a couple more points. Your sentence will need to have a verb. Now, if you can't remember what a verb is, have a discussion with your parents or anybody who you're working with today. Just think through, back to our learning 3 weeks ago, what could a verb be? I remember we looked at a song and we made some actions up. So have a think. It's not a noun, it's not the same as a noun, it's not the same as an adjective. it is a verb. So I just want you to have a think through together about what that could be. And finally, here we have another point on our checklist which says it needs to have words that are in a sensible order. So your sentence needs to make sense. It needs to have words in a particular order so that when Mrs. Sweeney reads it or when another adult reads your work, it needs to make sense. You can't have them jumbled up. So have this checklist in front of you as you're doing your work today. Okay, again, if you'd like to pause the video at any point to think through what your sentence should be like or your writer's checklist, please come back to this point of the video or pause it right now if you need to, just to have a little think through. Okay, and our task today is an elicitation task. Okay, now what I mean by that is that you will have very little help from a grown-up when you're doing this. Now all you have to do is all the discussion, that amazing talking that you did about your Christmas break, whether you picked an activity about going for a walk or going out and to do some shopping or having a drink with your friends, whether that's a hot chocolate with marshmallows, or whether you helped your grown-ups at home cook something like bake a Christmas pudding or bake a Christmas cake. Any activity of your choice that you did over the Christmas break, that is what you are going to write about, and you are going to use your writer's checklist that we just looked at. Okay, now I'm just going to remind adults who are supporting you, this as an elicitation task, we just want to make sure that the children are working as independently as possible. Now the reason this is an elicitation task is because this sets us up to help and support the children to work better at the things that they haven't really understood. So this task will really set us up for the rest of the week. So have a look at your checklist again, go back if you need to, think through to our previous learning what a verb might be, and get writing. I'm really looking forward to what you send to us after today's session. Okay, so thank you very much, and we will be back soon for tomorrow's session. See you. Bye.